ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणा रघुनाथं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, apologies for the delay. Actually, I was on the way to the place of Gopinath Prabhu. So, because we were in the journey, tomorrow is the 11th day rituals of their play of his. So, because I was in the journey, so I had to stop at one place for this class. So, hence, in this effect, in this regard, it got delayed. I hope everyone is able to hear me. Let me know if there are any issues. Yes. So, yesterday we discussed about the topic of pramanas. Can somebody recollect what we discussed about pramanas?
Every pramana needs a lakshana.
Hmm.
So there is pramana. To get the pramana, there are a few things which we discussed. One is there are three possibilities of mistakes in a pramana. Sorry.
Not just pramana. Anything requires a definition. Lakshana means
Correct.
definition.
Correct. It will be
Anything
universal.
requires definition.
It
So a
should be
definition can be wrong in three ways.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So definition should be universal, exclusive, and possible. It can be wrong in three ways: avyapti, ativyapti, and asambhava. Avyapti means which is like which will not cover all the entire universe of what we want to derive it. Ativyapti is it will cover more than the universe which we want to target. And asambhava will completely turn us away from in a different direction and get us something else, or not get us anything at all towards the universe which we want to target.
Yes. So there are the three ways in which alakshana is there, in which our definition can be wrong. What is the one way in which our definition can be right? You mentioned initially, so it should be
Universal, exclusive, and
yes,
and possible.
yes, correct. So it should be applicable for all cases, and it should be exclusive that nothing else is required, and it should definitely be possible. Means that object should be there like that. So okay. So now with this, what is the lakshana of pramana?
Yathartha Jnanam Pramana.
What does it mean?
It has to be Yathartha, and it is also Jnana. Once one must have the knowledge of that particular Pramana, and also it should be evidently available. Yathartha means that?
As it is, the
As it,
knowledge as it is.
as it is, as it is.
Yes, as it is, knowledge is called pramana. Okay. So what are the other things associated with the pramana?
Should I wait for others or just continue?
Sorry?
Should I wait for others to answer or just continue?
Yeah, let us see if others can answer. What are the other things associated with the pramana?
The types of pramanas.
Okay, yes, Prabhuji.
That is Kevala Pramana and then is Anupramana.
Yes. What is the difference between the two?
So Kevala Pramana means it's I can give an example. For example, the sun. Sun is a Kevala pramana. That you don't require an instrument.
No, sun also requires an instrument to see through eyes. Kevala pramana is the knowledge itself.
Okay.
Once you see something, you deliver you get a knowledge that, okay, I have seen the sun or I have seen a pot. That knowledge itself is Kevala pramana. And the process, the medium by which we are getting that knowledge, the senses or the logic, that is anupramana.
Okay.
So, Prabhu, what is the difference between Kevala Pramana and Prama then?
Yes. So Kevala pramana is the evidence itself, but that evidence, okay, that knowledge that we have got, I'm going to use that knowledge for something else, to tell something that I have understood this. Then there is a slight difference. One thing is my getting to know that a pot is there.
Mm.
I am going to use that to tell somebody, okay, pot is there.
Mm.
That is when it becomes a pramana. So slight difference. There you can, for all practical purposes, you can use both interchangeably. There is no problem. There is some subtle difference which can be neglected also. For all practical purposes, it can be used interchangeably. No problem. Okay. Now, anupramana is of three types. Actually, the anupramana is accepted as 8 types by different people. Okay, that is where we were discussing. Different schools accept different anupramanas or different pramanas in general. So, what is the Charvaka's pramana?
Pratyaksha.
Pratyaksha. Pratyaksha is the only pramana for Charvak Muni. He says seeing is believing. Okay. And we also discussed the joke of the Nayayikas that if seeing is believing, then when your wife gets pregnant by somebody else, then do you still say that Pratyaksha is not there, so I will not doubt her? So that is where these people fail. So Pratyaksha cannot clear doubts about erroneous knowledge, wrong knowledge. You are going on a seashore, you find something shining, you feel it's silver. When you go near, you will just find that it is shell. This is erroneous knowledge. Pratyaksha did not give us the right thing. You had to go near and you had to do again another Pratyaksha. So the Pratyaksha cannot clear doubts on erroneous knowledge. That is the point here. For this reason, Kanada and Vaisheshika. Kanada is he is for Vaisheshika philosophy. What they do is they accept Pratyaksha and Anumana both. They say that okay, Pratyaksha is there, but if Pratyaksha fails, at least Anumana is there. The logic is there at least. So we accept both. That is the point they say. Now, how planets float in air? Which planet's position is where, how the universe is structured. All these things you cannot know just by Pratyaksha and Anumana. Just by sight, you cannot see all the planets. And by logic, you cannot know. So they fail. That is why only Pratyaksha and Anumana are not helping. That is why Kapila and Patanjali, Kapila is for Sankhya and Patanjali is for Yoga. The darshanikas for each of them. So all these are different darshanikas. Darshanikas means anyone who has some special darshana, some special philosophy. Charvaka darshana is one. And then Kanada Vaisheshika darshana is another. Kapila and Patanjali have Sankhya darshana and Patanjali has Yoga darshana. So for Sankhya and Yoga darshana, they accept Pratyaksha, Anumana and Shabda, all three pramanas. And Gautama, he accepts, I'll finish Rajavinod Prabhu, then you can ask your question. Gautama accepts Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shabda and Upamana. 4 pramanas he accepts. Jaimini has a bigger list. Jaimini accepts Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shabda, Upamana. Upamana I explained it. The example. This looks like a cow, like that. So example, Upamana, Arthapati. Arthapati means therefore. He does this, therefore it is like that. Then Anupalapti. So these are the 6 pramanas which Jaimini accepts. And Pauranikas, the followers of the Purana Shastras, they accept little more. Whatever Jaimini has accepted, Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shabda, Upamana, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi, along with that, Aitheya and Sambhava. These are the 2 more pramanas. So altogether, 8 pramanas are accepted by the Pauranikas. Okay, so these are different schools which accept different pramanas. Now, what each of these pramanas mean, we will see their lakshana. But before that, if you have any questions, you can ask.
No, does darshana mean theory? When you say there is a different darshan of Kannada,
Darshana means a philosophical system.
philosophical system.
Yes. Okay. So India is the land of Darshana Shastras. Especially in Kali Yuga, it was Darshana Shastras became very famous. So many of these darshanas came up. And Vedanta Darshana is held by what is that? It's the Shankaras, the Ramanujas, and the Madhvas. Yes, Mohan Radhapati Prabhu had a question.
So, my question is that how all the ways of getting knowledge, that is Pratyaksha, Anuman, and they all can be called pramāna, because by definition, pramāna is yathartha gyan. So, like many
There
times,
are many
Pratyaksha will
ways
not give us.
No, there are many ways of getting as it is knowledge. For example, when you see a pot, or as I told you, when you see a mobile phone, you cannot say that this is not a mobile phone. You have to accept it as a pramana, that it is a mobile phone. And that knowledge is got by seeing. But what I can see a mobile in front of me, I will not be able to see the planet Mars or the planet Uranus just by seeing. For that, I have to require other evidences. So that other evidences, without seeing also, they can give as it is knowledge. They are so powerful that even they are not false. Does that answer your question?
Your voice broke up a
Yes,
lot.
Okay. What I was saying was that for some, as it is knowledge can be gained. You see something and you understand as it
There
is,
is
oh, this is a
Hare Krishna.
pot, this is a glass.
There
Hare
is
Krishna.
there is disturbance from Mohan Radhapati Prabhu's background. That is the reason. Yeah, thank you.
So, for some, just being get to know that this is, for example, one mosquito going around. Now, by saying, get to know that it's a mosquito. So it's easy to understand. Because it's of a sense. For some, you don't know, they cannot just be known seeing. For that, you have to require other tools. That as it is gained through Shabda, is gained through Ananda. It will also reach.
Prabhuji, sorry. Prabhuji, sorry. I think I'm not able to listen, or everybody. I don't know. Maybe your bandwidth is low. Maybe we can switch off your video. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he left the call. His bandwidth is low.
Hare Krishna. Is my voice clear? Are you able to hear me properly?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So what I meant to say was that these are not possible to be seen just by eyes. They can be seen by other
I
means.
suggest
They
you
can be
switch off your
known by
video,
means.
Prabhu.
Like,
Your voice is very patchy. You
okay.
may switch off your video, maybe.
Yeah, let us try now with this. If at all you face problems with this, let me know. I'll change my position here because new place, I'm not sure about the network.
This is much better, Prabhu.
Yeah. So things that are not perceived through the senses, they are perceived through anumana and they are perceived through shabda and other means. That is where the as it is knowledge can be gained from other sources also. It's not that everything can come from pratyaksha. Does that answer your question, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, in the cases where the pratyaksha doesn't give us as it is knowledge, in those cases, the corresponding pramāna, it should not be called pramāna. Properly, I asking. So,
That we'll come to. If you another half an hour, you will be clear with the answer to that question.
okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Now, Artha Sannikrishtam Indriyam Pratyaksham. What is Pratyaksha? Pratyaksha means you see a pot, you see an object, and once the senses perceive that, you get a knowledge, it is a pot. So the whole process should happen. First, object should be kept there. You should see the object, and after seeing the object, you should understand, oh, it is a pot. Then what has happened is Pratyaksha Pramana is over. Okay, I'll give a simple example. I hope you all would have traveled from Kolkata to Mayapur sometime in your life. Okay. So exactly once you leave Kolkata, and exactly 45 minutes after that, there is a cycle puncture shop. Do you know the name of the shop?
No.
Anybody knows? No, right? That means you might have seen. Actually, I am joking. I don't remember seeing any cycle puncture shop. I'm just joking. So, uh, nobody would have consciously, it would have come in front of our eyes. But has it generated the knowledge that there is a cycle puncture shop here? It has not generated. So that is why it cannot be called as pratyaksha. Pratyaksha is I see something, I get a knowledge that so and so is there. Then it becomes pratyaksha pramāna. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes. Sense perception generating knowledge is called pratyaksha in English. Anumiti karanam anumanam. Anumana means the process of inference. You see something and you derive an inference out of that. So that process is called anumana pramana. And for anumana, there is a vyapti. I explained what vyapti yesterday. Anybody remembers what a vyapti is?
Vyapti is the radius or the locus, the perimeter.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can explain that, what it means with an example.
Example.
So you see, there is smoke on the hill. Now you have seen in kitchen that there is smoke and there is fire together. In our kitchen, we have seen smoke and fire together, correct?
Correct.
Now on the hill, we are seeing smoke. Now this smoke should make us get an anumana that maybe there is fire on the hill, I should not go today. Okay. So this smoke that is in the kitchen has extended to the hill. And this smoke is helping us to arrive at a logic that maybe there is fire on the hill. So this common thing that is extended here and there, which is helping us to arrive at this logic, is called vyapti. Is this clear?
Yes.
How about others? Is this clear for others?
Yes, bro.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So now, wherever there is vyapti, there is scope for anumana. Okay. And then what is Shabda Pramana? Apta Vakyam Shabda, somebody who is dear to us, close to us, whatever he says, reliable person, their words are Shabda Pramana for us. We can't trust anybody in the street or something. If somebody who is close to us, who likes us, who loves us, who tells us something, trustworthy persons who tell us something, that we accept as Shabda Pramana. Correct? Now, I will just read the definitions of Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi and Other things you no need to remember it or memorize it. Somewhere if it comes in the recording, it will be helpful. That's why I'll read it. Upamiti karanam upamanam upalabdhi abhavaha anupalabdhi अनुपबध्यमानम अर्थदर्शनेन उपापादक अर्थांतर कल्पनम अर्थापत्तिः. So these are some definitions which are given in the book Vedānta Syamantaka for each of them. Okay, so they are quite difficult, and it may be difficult to remember that, and they may be irrelevant also. But just for the sake of syllabus thing, I have included that. Some people say, do you require a separate pramana called Shabda? Can it not be a part of Anumana? Shabda pramana can also be a part of Anumana. This is what some people say. For that, the answer is that Anumana alone is not strong enough to know things which are far, like planets and stars. All these things cannot just be known by Anumana. Shabda is required for that. That is the understanding. Okay. Now, Upamana Pramana. Why is Upamana a separate Pramana? And there is an animal called Gavaya. Gavaya is a wild bull. So, in the villages, they are afraid that wild bulls sometimes come and spoil the crops. So, how to know whether it's a wild bull and you have to chase it away? It looks like a cow. So, for somebody who doesn't know, they will tell Gavaya Gau Sadrusha. It looks like a cow. So when you tell them, they will understand that. So this is considered as Upamana Pramana, like this, similar to this. It is considered as Upamana Pramana. But Upamana has to depend on the vision of a cow. You should have seen a cow before. Arthendya Sannikarsham Pratyaksham. So your eyes should have derived a knowledge that it is a cow. Only then you will be able to do upamana, like a cow. And even when you see a bull, it is your eyes only who are giving the knowledge that it is like a cow. So, upamana is a different form of pratyaksha only, is what is argued here. Okay. Then there is arthapatti. Arthapatti is postulation. Therefore, arthapatti of Devadatta, there is a person called Devadatta. He is getting fat day by day. But when you see, he doesn't eat food at all during the day. We have never seen him eating food. Still he's getting fat. How is it? Maybe he's eating in the night. That is the thing. Now he's getting fat, therefore maybe he's eating in the night. So it's arthapatti, they say. But then there is an implicit vyapti here. What is the vyapti? People who get fat eat a lot. There is a vyapti already in this. That is why it's another form of anumana pramana only. Arthapatti is not a different pramana. Any postulation you do, it is also a part of anumana only. It's not different from anumana. There is something called abhava. Pot is not seen. You can say pot is seen, but can you say pot is not seen? That pot is not seen. Abhava is also a form of pratyaksha, because indriya sannikarsha, the unavailability of pot is being perceived by eyes only ultimately. So indriya sannikarsha is happening. That is why it is also a part of this pratyaksha only. Similarly, aitiya. Aitiya means tradition. Some people say tradition is also a pramana. But then if you see the tradition, if the tradition is according to Shastra Vakya, then it is considered Shabda Pramana. Else, if it is not according to Shastra Vakya, if it is according to somebody's experience, then it is considered Anumana Pramana. So then it is not any different Pramana. Ultimately, we are having only three Pramanas. There is no fourth Pramana. The three Pramanas are Pratyaksha, Anumana and Shabda Pramana. There is no fourth Pramana that is there. That is the conclusion of this whole verse. Okay, that there is no fourth pramana. Now, pratyaksha is definitely a good pramana, because whatever we see, we do in our life, we experience that. When we see something, we believe. You cannot say that we are not believing things, what we see. We definitely see things and we believe them, correct? For pratyaksha, sometimes pratyaksha may fail. That is when anumana is required, logic is required. When we can't just believe things with eyes, we require logic. So Anumana is required. For things that are Atindriya, beyond our senses, Pratyaksha and Anumana will not work. What are Atindriya things? Dharma. How will you know that something is dharma? Can you see dharma? Do you have experience of seeing dharma? Ethics, what is right, what is wrong? Can you see that?
No.
No. Then we cannot derive it through Anumana also, logic. I may have very good logic that something is good, but somebody may come up with a superior logic that no, this is not ethical, that is more ethical. Okay, so by logic, we can never derive dharma. Dharma has to be known only through Shabda. There is no other way. What is ethical, what is not ethical, what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. Dharma is known only through Shabda. Similarly, Atma. Atma, we have seen in Bhagavad Gita that, what is that? Keshagra Shatabhagasya. It is so tiny. You divide the tip of the hair into 10,000 parts, that is the size of the soul. And it cannot be perceived through our senses. So Atma is also known by Shabda. Similarly, Paramatma, Vaikuntha, all these things, they are not known by Pratyaksha or Anumana. They can be known only by Shabda. Pratyaksha and Anumana fail in this regard. For Atindriya, for Dharma, Dharma, Atma, Paramatma, Vaikuntha, for all these things, Pratyaksha and Anumana fail. One thing you should understand that the Vyapti of Anumana may be more. I mean, from my kitchen, the smoke has extended to the hill. But still, if there is a conflict between Pratyaksha and Anumana, Pratyaksha is considered superior. You have an Anumana, you are trying to guess maybe this is this, but suddenly you see the right thing. That time, what you see is considered superior. Then what your Anumana, what your logic is. Now, Shabda is superior to both Pratyaksha and Anumana. It will fail when everything else succeeds. That is why Shabda is the topmost pramana compared to others. So, yesterday there was a question of there are faults in this. What we should understand is that there are limitations of Pratyaksha and Anumana. And Shabda covers up those limitations. That is why Shabda is superior. Suppose there is an analogy that 10 travelers were traveling and they had to cross a river. They entered the river, they swam and came to the other end. After they came to the other end, they wanted to verify whether all of us have reached safely or no. So they started counting. One person counted, he just saw 9 people there. Somebody else came, he counted, he also saw 9 people. Third person came among those groups. Third person came, he counted, he also saw 9. What is this? Everyone is saying 9, 9, 9. There are 10 people who started with. How can we be 9 people? That is the question they asked. So one new person was walking there who was different from this. So they explained their problem to these people. We are missing somebody. We don't know whom we are missing, but somebody we are missing. We are very tensed. We were a big group and we are missing somebody. Whomever we count, we are 9 people only. Then this person, what he did a counting. And when he did a counting, he said exactly 10. Where there is 9. No, then why we are getting 9? Then he said, you count. And when they counted, what he realized was that they were all missing themselves. They were counting the other 9 and they were not counting themselves. So this new person who was different from the 10 had to tell that you are 10 people. So that is where Shabda is more practical than Pratyaksha and Anumana. Okay, there is a question that what is the proof that Shabda is always right? For example, now you will say that believe in Shastras. Shastras are perfect. You believe in Shastras. Shastras are Shabda. Why I should blindly follow? You first prove me that the Shastra is right. Then I will accept it. Why are you expecting a leap of faith? Generally, what happens is pious Hindu families and all, when they are told you should study Shastras, they will immediately begin to accept. So now the question comes is why this Shabda Pramana or the Shastra Pramana has to be accepted? What is the proof to prove that this is genuine? Are you getting this question?
Yes.
Okay. So now, How will you answer this? Can somebody try?
I have a question though.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Bro, what is the lakshana of a shabda? As in,
Yes.
Shastra, we might say, okay, accept Shastra. There are
Hmm.
so many varieties of Shastra. When I was growing up, there are so many things which were told as Shastra.
Yes.
So now I know that there is one Purana called Bhagavatam, which is Amala,
Hmm.
Bhagavad Gita,
Correct.
Itihasas like Mahabharata, Ramayana. But
Yes.
where do we draw the line of this is
Hmm.
Shastra, this is not?
Yes, very good question. Actually, the next complete weekend, if Krishna permits, Friday, Saturday, will be completely discussed on this. Which are the different varieties of Shastras? Is there a hierarchy in Shastras? Is there something more superior? Is there something less superior? All these things. So once that discussion is done, it will be very clear for you what should be accepted and what should be not. Yes, Prabhu. So now, but first of all, why I should accept Shastra? Are you expecting some strong faith, leap of faith? How will we answer this question? When we read the introduction to Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada said Vedas are accepted as axiomatic truths. Nobody should question that. So now, are we promoting some blind faith here?
No, I would if I were to answer without any training, I would say among the available options, this looks like thing which you have to pursue and see whether it is right or not. But it looks like a leap of faith if I have to tell somebody new or anybody for that matter.
Yes,
It
it
does look
definitely
like
looks like a leap of faith. And why should he do it? It's a risky thing. You are supposed to fast once in 15 days without food, and you have to spend all night in a festival once in a year. You have to stay awake. So many austerities, so many troubles. Every day you have to get up before 4 o'clock in the morning, take bath. So much trouble, so much risks. Are they required? How will we consolidate this point?
So can we say that by observing the lives of those who are practicing it, we can say that yes, it's effective. By seeing the result, we can say that the thing is good like that.
So it is. So we are considering another faith that okay, something is working for them, and let's have faith that it will work.
So to be the devil's advocate, I will say, what is the guarantee that
That's the point. That's
whatever
the
has been
point.
written and whatever has been told about this particular person is
Mm.
true?
Mm.
Somebody in a room could have sat and written about so many people saying that these
So
people.
what is happening? Why I'm bringing this Purva Paksha more and more is that in our Krishna conscious movement, or I have observed in other Vedic societies and all, somewhere we succumb to some sort of blind faith.
Yes.
Somewhere we come and say that okay, this has to be accepted, no more question. Now, if we do that for one thing, then why can't you do it for 10 more things? Then everything will come. Prabhuji, Vedas are authority, okay. Then apart from Puranas are authority, Bhagavatam is authority, okay. Now anybody who is repeating the message of Puranas, Prabhupada is authority, okay. Prabhupada is authority, my Guru Maharaj is authority, okay. Now if my Guru Maharaj is authority, my Shiksha Guru is authority, my temple president is authority, my local Bhakti Vriksha leader is authority, you are authority, I am authority. So what you say is final, what I say is final. Now, where do we draw the line of what is final? It becomes too difficult unless we are not clear, unless we are clear with these concepts. Okay. Now, before that, I'm going to explain the concept called pramāna swatastva. When you see an object, a pot or a vessel or a jar, when you see it, you are seeing, you get the knowledge it's a pot. Do you directly get a knowledge or you search for a second proof? Is this a pot? How does it happen in your life?
There is a second proof which we always want, at least
No,
in the first
you
time.
see, No, you see the pot.
Yeah.
After you see the pot, you will get the knowledge of that it is something. Forget the first time. First time we'll discuss later. Let's say second, you already know what a pot is. Okay. Once you know a pot is, when you see the pot, do you require a second proof that this has to be proved that it's a pot?
No.
Not required.
Others are also comfortable with this, right?
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, if when we see a pot, by that you
Yes.
mean we already know that is a pot.
Yes, in
Then
that
say,
case.
then in that case that's true. But let's just say we don't know what it is. It's just
Yeah,
some.
we'll come to that. I'll come to that
Okay,
case.
okay,
To make it easy, I split it into two parts.
okay.
Before we proceed further, Ojasvi Krishna Prabhu, you want to comment something?
No, no, no. That's all I wanted to say.
So till here, it's okay. Now your argument of seeing the pot for the first time, you don't know that it is named POT, correct? You don't know that it is kept in my kitchen for drinking water. Okay. Now you don't know all these things, but at least seeing that, will you not get any knowledge that, good, I need some drinking water, I can use it as a storage. Some of its characteristics will it not be revealed to us immediately? It may not be revealed as POT pot, but will it not reveal some characteristics to you?
Yes.
That means it is already telling you that it is a pot. Object that is seen, it itself is telling you that it is a pot. You just have to grasp that knowledge through your senses.
Hmm.
So the pramāna is swataha. Anything that is proved by seeing is proved on its own. You don't require a second proof to prove that pot is a pot. It is called swataha pramāna. Is it understandable?
Yes. Interesting argument.
Now,
Can we also use the example of the sun?
anything you can use. You can example of sun. As soon as you see the sun rising, you will understand it's a sun. The sun reveals itself to you, to your senses that, I am sun.
Hmm.
You don't require a second argument to prove that, second proof to prove that sun is sun.
Hmm.
The whole $1 million scientific industry will go for a toss if you just understand pramāna swatastva.
What are you saying? Pramāna swatastva.
Swatastva. Pramāna is swataha, self-evident. You don't require second evidence to prove knowledge. It reveals itself to you. Okay. Now, yes, Prabhu, please tell me. Good. You can ask.
Say I see something foreign.
Hmm.
For example, let's say on a computer I see a JavaScript. I
Hmm.
don't know what it is.
Hmm.
It doesn't reveal anything to me. It's just junk. Some.
Does it at least reveal to you that there are some colors in that? There is
Yes.
some font in that?
Yes.
So it's anyway giving you knowledge. It is your fault that you don't know Java, that you are not able to understand it.
Yeah.
I'll give you a different example. You are going in the night, suddenly you find a snake. Then you are careful, you observe it properly, then you realize, oh, it's just a rope.
But I had knowledge of the rope.
Now, the rope is revealing, I am a rope, I am a rope, I am a rope. My eyes had the fault to get the wrong understanding that it was a snake. You go on the seashore, you find silver. But when you go near, you understand, oh, it's just a seashell.
Yeah.
I unnecessarily got happy. Now your eyes gave you wrong information. So the fault, the apramana is in us. Pramana is in that object itself. It is revealing the pramana to us. My eyes have become faulty and taking the apramana, wrong information. If I see a script, JavaScript, and I don't understand the JavaScript, I just see the color out of that, I just see the font out of that, I just see the alphabets out of that. It is my lack of knowledge, my fault that I'm not getting the right knowledge. I cannot blame the script itself saying that you are not revealing it to me. Yeah. So pramana is swataha. Now let's take this concept and extend it to shabda. When the Shabda comes, when the knowledge of the Parampara comes, or when the knowledge of the Apta comes, that is when the Lord, for spiritual things, the Lord is revealing himself to us through the Shabda. If I'm not able to grasp it, the fault is in me. If I am hearing it from a wrong representative, then the fault is in the representative. I have to change the representative and go to the right representative to get the Shabda.
Correct.
It is not the fault of the Veda itself that it is giving wrong information. So, when a scientist asks a question that Shastra is there, what is the proof that Shastras are right? That question itself is redundant because this is swataha pramāna. It itself is revealing as much as our eyes are swataha pramāna. You increase your knowledge and then you will get to know how much the Shastras are right.
But
Is
to,
this?
yeah, it's very clear. But to increase that knowledge,
You have to put effort. You cannot say that there is no God because I can't see. Come, study the Shastra. There is a process. You have to put effort to prove that God is there. You can. It is well accepted by sages since thousands of years that God exists. When you are challenging such great sages, it's your responsibility to study, give a solid proof that I did not see God anywhere. It is an evidence, and then make us accept it.
correct. I have an argument.
Yes.
So you say that, okay, you increase your knowledge to understand Shastra. Shastra is self-evident. It is available. You have to do your effort.
Yes.
Now, when I challengingly read a Shastra, the Shastra will not reveal to me.
Okay.
You will say that, no, you have to surrender and read the Shastra. Isn't it you're asking for a leap of faith?
No, surrender means
I
it's
don't believe
not.
it.
See, surrender means it's not faith. It's not the leap of faith. When you are, at least minimum when you get enrolled to university, common sense that you know that he already knows mathematics, let me listen to him. This is not faith, this is common sense. That he knows mathematics better than me, let me learn from him, and not just learn from him, I will do my study myself. Then I will do a double correction whether everything he knows properly or no. My study also, my effort is also there. Similarly, you hear from a guru, you also study your shastras and put your effort, and then you will be able to arrive at the conclusion whether it's right or no. And in this process, if you find that the guru is giving wrong, change the guru. Correct. So that is there is no faith. It is swata pramana. It itself is revealing it to us.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, the knowledge of Atma, Paramatma are revealed through scriptures. Material things are revealed through friends. My friends reveal me material things. Candidate to whom it's revealed can be faulty. So you just have to repair the candidate. You cannot say the pramana itself that is coming is okay. Now, what is the problem in asking for a proof for the Vedas? There is a serious problem for that. If you are saying that there is a pot, now you ask for a second proof to prove that it's a pot. Let's say assume. What is a pot? Now I'm seeing something. When I see something, what is it? Okay, it is something constituting of mud. Let's say what it is, but it is something constituting of mud. Do I know what mud is? I still don't know what mud is. It is something which is red in color. Do I know what red in color is? No, it is color is something which has its own definition. In this way, it will lead to infinite regression of definitions. Are we in reality, when we see an object, going through an infinite regression of definitions? Or as soon as we see, we get to know, oh, this is something which is useful. what happens in reality in our experience?
I feel apart from rationality, to see from rational perspective, there is also something called as emotional bond. This is just my speculation I'm giving you.
Mhm.
For example, when a child, when let's just say when he sees uh, an apple, for example,
Mhm. Mhm.
so it's a red color object, and then he
Mhm.
asks his mother or father, "What is this?"
Mhm.
And they'll say it's an apple,
Mhm.
and he says, "Oh," and he accepts. He doesn't question the father or the mother.
Mhm.
And one of the reason of that can be that the parents take care of the child.
It's
So the
called
child,
Aptavakya Shabda. Shabda Pramana. It is a Pramana only because
okay.
parents are dear to the child, so
Hmm.
their words are accepted as Pramana.
Hmm. No,
So
but
the relationship, Pramana
yeah,
means something which is coming from a relationship, Shabda Pramana. So based on that, it is accepted.
yeah. No, yes, that's the point I'm making. That, and
Mhm.
it's not only parents also. Sometimes, let's just say I'm at a bus stand, and if I ask someone, "Oh, do you know which bus I have to take if I have to go from location ABCD?" And they'll
Hmm.
say, "Oh, you should take bus number 25."
Hmm.
And I don't know this person. The person does not know me. Okay, and but because he's not my enemy, and I'm not his enemy
Some
also.
reliable features are seen in him.
Yes.
Maybe he looks dressed properly. Maybe he's a little disciplined. Maybe some reliable features we see and we somehow accept the Shabda Pramana.
Hmm. So
Right?
I don't feel like it's just rational, because then it might lead to infinite regression, as you said. There is
Yes.
that
No,
emotional part of it.
that's the point. Similarly, in the Shabda also, you cannot say that what is the proof for Vedas. They are swata pramana. They are knowledge themselves which are revealing. They don't need second evidence to prove themselves.
Uh, just not to drag the analogy away.
Hmm.
When I'm asking for directions, I ask from 2 people, 3 people, and then I average it out. This is
Yes.
my way of looking, my way of doing.
That is because the fault is there in you.
Ah,
You can get wrong knowledge. You have a tendency to get wrong knowledge. So
ah.
to avoid that, you ask 3, 4 people.
No, I'm always doubting whether that person knows or not. So I'm asking
Yes,
people.
that is the point. No. So the direction, suppose you are going to the park, the direction to the park is being revealed through different persons. One of them knows correctly.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
His perception you are supposed to get. So 3, 4 people, you are not sure whom to trust. So you are changing the authorities. Finally, when something works, that
mm,
is when you accept that as this is perfect.
mm,
So it's our responsibility to get the right pramana. Pramana is completely our responsibility. We can never blame others saying that, oh, I was given the wrong pramana. This devotee cheated me, or this senior told me this, or this person showed me. It's our responsibility completely to get the right pramana.
mm.
That is the point I wanted to make. If we need proof for pramanas, then it will lead to anavasta dosha, infinite regression. What is the proof for this? Okay, let's say there is some X proof for the Vedas. I use some X as a proof for the Vedas. What is the proof for X? Then I have to go for Y. Yesterday we said scientific method, 5 steps of the scientific method. What is the proof for the 5 steps of the scientific method? Then you may have some 4 other steps. What is the proof for those? So it will lead to infinite regression. Whereas if you understand that swatha, the object itself is revealing to us through the pramanas, then the problem is solved. Then there is no more infinite regression.
So by this logic, means the scientists will also say then by the same logic, accept our 5 steps then
Why
itself
not?
as the evidence.
Why not? We can accept your 5 steps, provided they are never proved wrong. They have been proved wrong. You have had a Piltdown Man episode where some man was chiseled into a ape, and they had told that this is the missing link. So they have been wrong at situations.
So, so you're saying that if I find a Shastra and then
Hmm.
I'm trying to see whether it is right or wrong, the moment I found something's wrong in that, I have to change the Shastra or I have to change my reference point.
Yes, yes.
That is my responsibility. And accepting a lower pramana is my fault.
Yes, I have to change and correct myself.
For that, I should know what I'm looking for.
See, one thing is, it is already revealing to us, okay? And when it is revealing to us, okay, when we go deep into the Shabda Pramana, how is Vedas and all this doubt will be clear. One thing is the Parampara. Vedas are known in Parampara system. So that Parampara is the system in which the Swata Pramana of the Vedas is getting revealed to us. So how that is, that we will explain in the next, it will be more easy to understand. But as of now, you understand that there is no secondary proof required for the Vedas. That much, if you understand today's class, it will be clear.
Okay. Done.
Any other questions? Was it difficult or was it easy?
It's very interesting. Difficult, easy is a different thing. It's a
Yes, we have a question.
Yes, Prabhu.
And I'm not sure if you might discuss this in the next class or this class, but still I'll ask right now. So
Was it difficult or was it easy? Just a minute, there is some problem.
very interesting. It's a
Echo here.
yes, we have a question.
Yes, Prabhu.
And
Sorry, please don't mind. This once my mobile is getting hanged here, so there's some problem. Yes, Prabhuji, now you can ask.
yes, so sometimes the scriptures they say things like you do this yajna and you will get this result. Okay. Now there can be two things.
Okay.
Either the person is not doing the yajna properly, or in the sense he hired the wrong brahmanas or whatever. In that case, it is his fault. Or someone has written down the scriptures incorrectly.
Very interesting.
And it is obviously seen that even in the I haven't read the Sandarbhas, but what I've heard from sources is that because the Bhagavad Puran has least number of errors in comparison to the Vedas, in which many of the shakhas don't exist now. For
No,
whatever
no,
reason.
you cannot say errors. You can say unavailability or misinterpretation or I mean, they have wrongly changed it. The
Okay.
Shastra itself will not have errors, but somebody would have changed it, or some sections might be unavailable.
Exactly. So actually, that is my question.
So
So
that may make us get
wait.
misguided.
No. Yes. So the point is, someone can edit the scriptures, and they can publish that, and they say, and then can say that, you know what, trust the scriptures.
Yes. So when the elephant walks and a thorn is pricked to its leg, okay, the only solution is you have to take out the thorn and keep moving. Similarly, if you get a wrong Shastra, you have to change and get the right Shastra and keep moving. You cannot say the pramana is itself wrong. When you see a snake in the night and later on you get to know that it's a rope, do you from the next day stop believing in what you see? You still continue believing, right?
Yes.
Just that at this point of time, I was mistaken. That's all. Similarly, if some yajna is recommended, some shastra instruction has come, which has gone wrong for me, at this time I was mistaken. I just have to change the pramana and get the right track. So that is the understanding. Is it clear?
Yes. This actually was a question that I had for a long period of time. Thank you. You clarified.
These things, if we have a foundation on this, we will not be stuck. Otherwise, when emotions drive people, oh, you don't believe in our guru, you don't believe in our Shiksha Guru, our leader, our Prabhuji, our Mataji. So actually, even in caste Brahmanas also, we have seen these things. They are quite strong in their caste and their dharma gurus and their Goswamis and all those things. Just want that their leader should be blindly believed. One more point I wanted to add to this. Pramana. The word pramana it has three things: pra, ma, and na. Prakrishtena, pra is Upendra or Upasagar, and ma is the dhatu. Ma, mane is the dhatu. So pra, ma means nicely revealing. What? Na. Na is null pratyaya. So it can mean three things ideally. It can mean karana, sadhana, adhikarana. Okay. So the pramāna, the process of measurement, nicely measuring or nicely revealing the knowledge, can happen through three ways. One is the knowledge itself reveals to us. So that is kevala pramana. Second is anupramana, the instruments of knowledge like eyes, ears, nose, or logic, they reveal knowledge to us. So that is anupramana. There is one third thing, which is the person itself, knowledgeable person, who will reveal it to us. But then, in this case, that is not the right understanding. I mean, the person can never be a pramana. When you say Prabhupada is the pramana, is it the Prabhupada, the person pramana, or the Shastra, the knowledge that he has derived, that knowledge is the pramana for us? What is exactly the pramana? When we are seeing in our spiritual master, when we are seeing in Prabhupada, or when we are seeing in senior devotees, the knowledge of Shastra that they are giving to us, that is something which reveals to us about God. So that is the actual pramana. And because they are followers of the parampara, they are repeating the message. Prabhupada time and again says that my only contribution is that I have repeated the message as it is without any modification. So that message itself is the pramana of the person who is the authority. So one, more than the authority himself, the power is in the message that the authority is revealing. Is this understandable?
Yes. I have a question, but I'll ask after Dharmeshwar Prabhu.
Yes, Dharmeshwar Prabhu, please ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So,
Yes, Prabhu.
like, we understand that swata pramana to understand the shastra self-evident. So, the person has to increase the knowledge, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
if the person is doubtful about the shastra itself, so how he can increase the knowledge? That is first question, Prabhu. And second question is, let's say if a person is going to three gurus, so he doesn't know who is fake and who is genuine, right? And let's say Guru 1, Guru 2, they are fake, and Guru 3 is genuine.
Okay.
So now the person is convinced about fake Guru's conclusions. So can we conclude that is it because of his misfortune? Because anyways, the good Guru 3 is genuine, and whatever is coming from his mouth, it is, as per the Shastras, and Shastras are self-revealing. So is it the misfortune of the person who is going to the fake guru and getting the conclusion? How we can understand these two
Yes, Prabhu.
aspects?
So regarding your first question, okay, we don't require such a great blind faith to accept Shastra. Now, something that is well accepted, that sun rises in the morning. It is well accepted. Our parents have told, our grandparents have told, everyone has told. Suppose a child is born in the night and suddenly somebody pops up from Mars here in the night. Everyone says that sun is going to rise after some time. Something which is well accepted. Is it that you have to prove it, or to prove that wrong you have to put effort? Now somebody suddenly jumps up from Mars and comes here. All the people on earth will say that sun rises in the morning. Still we have 3 hours for the sunrise. He will challenge it, saying that sun will not rise. Now, who has the onus to prove? The person who is challenging, or the people who have well accepted that sun is going to rise?
Those who have well accepted.
Why should they prove? It's already well accepted. Everyone knows it. The sun is going to rise in some time. This person who is challenging everyone who has accepted it, it is his onus to prove, right? See, you get admission to school, then you get admission to college. you will get a degree. And once you get a degree, you will get a job. This is a well accepted fact. Now, you have to prove that by going to college, you will not get a job. Can we say that first you prove to me that there is a job, then I will take admission? That everyone knows it, right? Is this clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Similarly, Vedas are an authority. It's accepted by Kapila, it's accepted by Patanjali, it's accepted by Vyasa, it's accepted by Bhrigu Maharshi, it's accepted by Brahma, it's accepted by Narad Muni, it's accepted by Madhvacharya, it's accepted by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, it's accepted by Prabhupada. There is no, all these intellectuals have well accepted this. If I have to prove that Vedas are wrong, it's my responsibility to read the Vedas. It's my responsibility to find faults in them. It's my responsibility to prove that they're wrong. So it is just common sense that the Vedas are right. There is no, if I'm having lack of faith, it is my misfortune that I'm not getting this common sense conclusion that such great personalities have accepted. It's already well accepted. I have only two options. Either I have to, because based on their faith, accept it, or I have to get into it, study it, and prove that it is wrong. You're getting the point?
Yes, Prabhuji.
I cannot just say that it is wrong without my doing research work. So a scientist, if he says that Vedas are wrong, he has to first study the Vedas. He cannot just say it is wrong without doing research into it. Now, your second question about gurus. There are two gurus who don't seem to be so right, but his faith is more there. Then there is a guru who is right, but his faith is not there. Just from a pramāna perspective, if he has to get the as it is knowledge, he has to somehow change it. Now, yes, his purva janma karmas, because bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvam iti mahatma sudurlabha. It's not an easy thing. From so many janmas, you are into wrong knowledge. So some mercy of Lord is also required. So that maybe that is the factor that is missing, that it's not allowed to get into the right thing. But the only way to have the pramana is to change and go to the right person. It is the responsibility of the person himself to do it.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. So, if there are a few more questions, you can just note it down. You can keep it with you. I am traveling today. When we meet next Friday, we will discuss more into what are the hierarchy of scriptures and why one is considered better than the other, why Vedas should be accepted. What is the problem if I don't accept Vedas? All those things we will discuss next time. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।